Hi and welcome. How do you read Tibetan phonetics? The example we will use here is an homage to Manjushri. So who is Manjushri? In Tibetan Buddhism, he is a fully enlightened being who is associated with wisdom. This text is one that students of Tibetan language recite before we start a study session, and it helps to remind us of Manjushri's good qualities that we also want to develop. And it gives us the inspiration to work to become just like Buddha Manjushri and to learn more efficiently and with fewer obstacles. Lama Dang Gönpo Jetsün Jampe Yanla Chatselo Gangi Lodru Dribni Trin drel Nitar Namdak Rab selwé Jinye Dönkün Jijin Zig chir Niki Tukar Legbam dzin Gandak Sipe Tsörar Marik Muntom Dungel Gizerwe Drok Gunla Buchik Tartse Yenlak Drukchu Yanten Son Druktar cher drok nyön nilong lechi drok drölze ching Marik münsel dungel nyugu jinye chödze reldri nam döne dakching sachu tarsön yönten ludzo gyelse tuwo ku Chutak, Chudang, Chunyi, Jentre, Dalo, Munsel, Jampe Yanla, Du. Om Ara Patsa Nadi. So what's happening here? Why do we have some red letters? Those I've done an automated translation using a link that I'll provide down below. You can experiment with it a little bit. And those were just slightly errors compared to what I am used to pronouncing it as with my teachers. And why is this in all capitals? Well, this is a mantra and it's Sanskrit and not Tibetan, so we tend to write those in all capitals. So those are Sanskrit syllables. And also it's a Tibetan tradition that when you recite this mantra, Om Arapatsa Nadi, you tend to try to, one of the sort of good habits is to recite the mantra and you try to say the syllable D many, many, many times until your breath runs out. So it becomes Om Arapatsana until you don't have any more breath. And you try to do the Ds as quickly as possible. And what you'll see here is this is the Wiley transcription. So in some of my other videos, you will see some further description of how do you understand how to make these letters make sense in terms of reading Tibetan. And you'll notice there's an underscore here. When there's an underscore, it's just so that the converter will display that as a space, which you'll see down below. So all of this is simply Tibetan script, but done using Roman characters. And also this line is the Roman characters for the Sanskrit, how it will display. So I will paste this as well in the box down below so that you can try yourself using the converter to see how it works. I won't go through all of the spelling because you'll see much of the spelling through the other videos. And one word you might recognize from the other videos is dungel, suffering. We've talked a little bit more about that in other videos. Dungel, suffering. And then finally, this is another way that you would see it, and you can also convert this using one of the tools down below, which I will list. So this is how the Tibetan script looks, and it's exactly the same as this. It just is converted to the way that it would look normally in Tibetan. So this is Unicode format. So watching the videos on this channel will open the door for you to learning Tibetan and communicating about everyday topics and also Dharma topics. So for those of you who are interested in Buddhism, there will be a fair amount of Dharma vocabulary as well in these videos, but also some colloquial. There is an English translation of this text that you can find in the book called Tibetan Language Correspondence Course by Sarah Harding and Jeremy Morelli. As far as I know, it's out of print, but the PDF seems to be fairly available online. The text and some useful links to use for learning the vocabulary are going to be provided in the description below. And a more detailed look at how to translate this invocation will be a project for a future video playlist on this channel. So please enjoy. Thank you so much.